Hey, hey guys, how are you doing today? Welcome to Lucy's Adventures. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Lucitie, or Lucy for short. So every day before or every night-ish before I stream, I like to ask what people want to see me play. Where I'm new to streaming, I don't really have like a set a set game that I'm playing, so just kind of looking for what you guys are interested in seeing me play. And it's all over the place, kind of. Yesterday we did some H1Z1. Today we're gonna do some Sims 4, and I'm cool with it because I've kind of been bouncing around games. I can't really settle anywhere. I think I'm just waiting for that next big MMO to come out. Hopefully it's EverQuest next. Really crossing fingers that we hear some things about that soon. But I'm a long time Sims franchise fan. I started playing with the original Sims and have played every single iteration of The Sims since. I've played Sims 1, 2, 3, and now I finally have 4. I got it a year after it came out, but I'm having a lot of fun with it. I do have all the expansion packs and stuff packs, so so you're going to be seeing all the content today that's unlocked. What I'm hoping to do today is actually create like this little, well, not little, hopefully it'll be kind of like a good family size cottage, hopefully with the new romantic garden stuff. I haven't had a chance to play around with that yet. Hi Carmen, how are you? So yeah, let's get into it. I love building houses. I put them up on the gallery, which is completely free to download. You don't have to buy anything that anybody's made on the gallery. You just go and you can search for keywords and other sorts of things, and you can just get things that other people have made. You can get Sims, you can get individual rooms, you can get full houses or lots, you can get residential lots, or like the industrial lots, like the cafes and the gyms and the parks and things like that. So what we're going to do today is we're going to make a residential house. Of course I know who you are. Of course I know who you are. We're going to make a residential house. Hopefully it's going to be like a pretty good sized family house, but sometimes when I start building, I don't really have a plan in mind. I just kind of start building and I see what I'm left with and I work around that. I'm not an architect by any stretch of the imagination. So sometimes, actually most of the time when I build, I use like concept art or like an inspiration picture. I'm gonna go ahead and post that in chat so you can see what I'm thinking of building, or what I'm gonna try to recreate in The Sims. So that's a picture. For those of you who don't have chat and are watching the replay at home, it's basically a two-story stone cabin with lots of flowers on the outside and lots of greenery. It's got like this cute little half-walled front. I wouldn't call it a porch, but it's like this front area. It's got a little trellis around the door. It just looks like it'll be like a really nice outside sort of house, like it would have a nice outside area. So we're gonna hopefully make a nice little family cottage and a beautiful like garden entrance, and probably a garden in the back too. So let's hop into the game. I'm going to play around with the sound levels, I think, a little bit, because the Sims sounds tend to be really loud, and it's just basically background music and like sound indicators when you play something or build something. So it's not super important for you guys, so important that it needs to drown me out. So we'll play around with the sound levels a little bit, and I'll get your feedback about how loud or how soft it needs to be. So let's pull up the game. There's the game. And let's get the sound in there. Let me know if it's too loud when we actually get into. I'm actually gonna turn it down a little bit before we even get into the game. So again, let me know if it's too loud and we'll try to fix it. So this is Newcrest. I usually build in Newcrest just because it's an open, undeveloped world. So you can put any lot you want on these, and you can like fill it with Sims and sorry, I'm turning down the sound for me because it's a little too loud. I usually use the smallest lots available, and these are two of the houses that I've already made. But I think I'm gonna go a little bit bigger for this lot. Maybe this 30 by 30 would be nice. I could do 30 by 20, but I want to give myself plenty of room. 30 by 20 seems... I usually build by 20 by 15, so 30 by 20 is actually quite a bit bigger than I'm used to. So let's build on the 30 by 20. Sound is fairly good. Okay, good. If at any point it gets too loud, just let me know. So let's get in here. Let's start building. I apologize for coughing, but I think I'm starting to come down with whatever is going around in the winter months. So here we go. So this is our lot that we have to play around with. And we're going to switch this to daytime because I prefer building during the day. I think I kind of like, I normally, you can see a couple of the houses I've built before. I think I'd like to stretch this house out a little bit more and give myself a little bit more width space to work with this time. So, for those of you who aren't familiar with The Sims 4, or The Sims at all, you have lots of different tools available for you to build, and they're all really simple, really easy to use. You click on the different areas that you want to use while you're building. I mean, it's really simple, really intuitive. This is how you build. So if you want to build walls, you click on this wall right here, and it gives you all these options. You can build half walls, half wall trims, or walls and empty rooms. You can go ahead and start by just clicking and dragging, building like a room if you want to, and Control Z will undo, or these buttons up here will undo. So you can build like whole rooms at a time if you want to. So the cottage that we're looking at seems fairly square, so I think I am actually going to start with this square tool, and we will go ahead and just kind of see what kind of sort of size we're working on. In build mode, when you don't have an active household selected, you can sort of free build. It doesn't cost in-game currency, simoleons, to build, but it will, this lot info panel will give you a quick readout as to how much your house is going to cost when it's done, so that your Sims can buy it. And of course there are many cheats out there that that you can use in order to give your Sims more cash. I've actually totally changed how I want to build this house, and I've decided that I'm going to build this way instead, because I want room in the back to make a really nice garden. So we're actually gonna switch gears and do it this way. And that's one of the cool things about The Sims, is that it's really easy to change building after. In fact, if I had built a whole house up and then afterwards was like, actually I don't like where I placed it, there's actually a house moving tool where you can just pick up the house and move it around, the whole house. You don't even have to start over or redraw everything. You can just pick it up and move it. And I actually learned about this not too long ago. So it's a 2-story house, and it is the same size on both stories. So we're just gonna go up, add another story, easy. And this actually might be a little bit too wide. And one of the cool things about The Sims 4 that they've added is this really cool way to just alter things on the fly. I don't think you could do this in The Sims 3, but I could be wrong. I didn't do a whole lot of house building in The Sims 3. But it's really easy, really intuitive to build in The Sims 4, and I really love that fact. So we've got our 2 stories that we're going to use for our house, and we also have these this 3rd-story dormer windows that we're going to add in. And there's not really a great way to do dormer windows in The Sims yet. So what I usually do is I build a small room like this to add windows to, and this will kind of give the illusion of that third not quite finished well, not quite as tall level. Housing is super easy in The Sims, roofing is super easy in The Sims 4. They've made it so much easier than it was in The Sims 3 and things like that. I absolutely love it. It's stupidly easy because it just has these points that you can raise or lower. You can remove the eaves, you can lengthen the eaves, you can change the shape of the roof really easily. You can make it into a barn, you can make it into some sort of like Japanese pagoda. I love the customization that you have on these roofs, and so simply and easily too. It's fantastic. So now we have the illusion of this 3rd floor, and we have these dormers that we can play around with, and it's really easy to change these things. You just rotate it like that, pull it in so that it covers the area that you want it to cover, and we can actually lengthen this into the house, into this part of the roof, so it looks like it's a seamless part. Playing around with housing is one of my favorite things in The Sims 4. I've been having, I think, the most fun building houses, just building different houses and things like that. It got so bad in The Sims, I think it was actually The Sims 3 that I did build a lot of houses, but I didn't think that I did. Maybe it was The Sims 2 and I'm just getting everything squashed together. But I used to, like, as I was driving around or just going around town and things like that, I would like look at all the houses and be like, I want to build that in The Sims, and like take a picture of it or things like that. Or in spare time, like when I wasn't doing anything, I'd like sketch out like floor plans for different houses. I'm completely obsessed. And The Sims 4 actually makes that obsession even easier with the ability to build so easily. I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to build 2 more dormers on the other side. So we're going to just get rid of that roof for right now. And we're going to build some more dormers. Oh, little architect. Yeah, something like that. I'm not an architect by any stretch of the imagination. I am just a Sims architect. I actually wonder if they had architects on the team who helped them design build mode, because it really feels like they did. They did a great job with making this just really simple and easy to use. Also, similarly, I wonder if architects can use The Sims 4 to build mock houses. That would be really funny if they could. Oops. I'm still getting used to the camera controls because they're a little different than they were in previous Sims. So, alright. There, now we have these dormers, and we have those dormers. And we can actually just drag this all the way through, rather than making a new roof. And then it's seamless. Look at that. Aw, that's nice. So our dormers have cute windows on them. So let's pick a fun... Actually, before we pick windows, let's get our stonework up on our house so we can see how this is going to start taking shape. So if you want to go into your outside coloring, you just click on this panel that says wall patterns. Super simple. Each wall pattern is labeled in different categories. We're going to go into rock and stone, and we have these options. Oh, I kind of like this one. You can always hold shift in order to do the entire all the way 360. Alright. You can even do the roof. Alright. I can't really see. It looks like these are different. They're slightly different. They look like a solid color. So we're gonna wait on those ones. Well, not wait, but we're not going to color those with the rock we have. So in order to do the trellis in the front, let's go down to the bottom so I can see my grid. So we kind of want our house to be in, our front door to be in the middle here. And oh, fences. Fences is what I was looking for. Because we have all these cool, oh, that's pretty. That's new. So whenever you have new stuff that you haven't used yet, it'll come up before everything else. So this is actually new in the romantic garden stuff. That's a really pretty wall. We're probably going to use that one. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I really like that one. Let's see if there's any options for coloring. No, unfortunately not. Actually, let's just undo it. That's the easiest. But in order for us to create that little trellis out front that they have, this actually looks pretty promising. Do we want to use a wood or do we want to go light color? Let's see this. And this tool here lets you toggle how you see the walls. So let's do something like this. Nice little. And as you can see, like hello, welcome. As you can see, I am just using that picture that I linked in chat as sort of like a concept art, sort of like a basis for where to go. I'm gonna add some foundation. You get to pick the height of your foundation. You can go super tall. You can go really, really short. I think we're gonna go just a little taller, and then make this a porch area. Go. We want our porch area to be slightly bigger than just what we have seen there. Alright. Go back to our fences. Let's get rid of this guy. So now we have a nice little porch area. It'll be the front of our house. So I want to try to find the middle, and I feel like this house might be a little bit too large, so we're going to pull it in a little bit more. I tend to make smaller houses rather than sprawling mansions. I'm going to leave it that width for right now. So I also like symmetry, so you can see that like I try to make things even on both sides. So if we're gonna put we're gonna put the front door. Let's get that front door on there. So these are your front doors, and you can also change the height of your walls. You can make them super tall or really, really super tall. No, I can't get to that option. And it helps you pick door sizes as well. The ones that go up taller. But we're gonna stick with these ones for right now. That's cute. What kind of door do we want? We've kind of got like a country cottage going on. So let's pick sort of a nice country door. Sure. Oh, this is a double door. Alright. That actually looks pretty centered. Yeah, looks pretty centered. Sorry. So now let's go back to our fences and get, oh, I'm probably gonna use this too. I like these flowers on them. Alright, so we could go with white, but I kind of want to go with this darker color. That's cute. I like that. And honestly, I couldn't tell you why this just changed. I think it's because this is now a room and is not considered part of this room, so it changed the color, the color of the wall. So, our picture of our house had like these half walls, these like stone walls around our garden. And we can do like a nice stone here. We may actually want to use, now that I'm thinking of it, some of the fences that have stone, because they look a little bit more, yeah, they look a little bit more like stonework than something we could do. Let's try this. That doesn't look very cottagey. Even though it says rustic, I think it lies. That looks a little bit too fancy for our rustic sort of country cottage we're going for. Let's try this one. Oh, and we can color it. Excellent. Ooh, I like that. Let's do this, and then let's add a gate. Hopefully they have a nice romantic garden. Of course they have a nice romantic garden gate. Aw, look how cute that is. That's so nice. And I actually want to change... What? Fine. Be that way. Start over again. Aw, that's so cute. Nice little arch. That's really sweet. I like that. So we're gonna... Fences, that's what we're looking at. We're gonna redraw our fence again, because it won't let us recolor it. Yeah, that's nice. That's cute. Alright. So, what else are we gonna do? Let's pick our foundation color to kind of tie this in a little bit more. Sort of like this one. The gray looks pretty good. Yeah, I like that a lot. I'm thinking that our stonework might be a bit too much. We may want to go with brick for our cottage, just to break it up a little bit more. forgot to make the top smaller. Whoops. You don't want it to overhang like that. Now we're gonna have to actually fix the roof too, now that I'm thinking of that, and the dormers. But thankfully it's really easy. Yeah. I was thinking about whether I wanted to fix the dormers, but I want to reposition them at least. To be a little bit more centered. There. Now we have to fix the roof. At least it's just drag and drop. It's not really that intensive to fix a house after you've made changes. Thanks. I'm liking the roof too. I'm liking the roof too. Is this the same? I'm looking for sort of like a creamy colored stone, because that's kind of like what our concept image has, and I'm not really finding it. Excuse me. See, this just changed the trim, but not the actual stone. So I think we're gonna deviate from our concept picture. Do whatever we want to do. Kind of like that. I don't think it. No. So let's pick. Maybe just. That looks better. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. And with the roofs, it just automatically applies it to both sides. So that's kind of like a time-saving nice thing. Oh, I don't like the way that cuts it off. Cuts the pattern off. Let's try a different pattern. That's better. There we go. So we're deviating a lot from our concept image already, but that's okay. Alright, so this is what we've got going on, and I think I may change this wall to fit our theme a little bit better. We're going with sort of like a gray. So what I'm doing, you guys can't see, I'm holding down Control, and it switches, if you can see that little icon, it switches it from build to destroy. So learning the keys on learning the keys is really important, because it helps you just build faster. What do we want? Do we want something? Let's try this one. Do you like that? It's close. It's close to what we were going for. Oh, this one doesn't have the nice little garden bits on it, though. Maybe we can use this for the whole thing. Yeah, why not? It's our house, we can do whatever we want. Not limited by concept pics. Find a nice gate to go with it. Which was the one that we used? We used one from that expansion. So the matching gate will have that that same icon on it. Sort of wondering which one it is though. Maybe we can just... Doesn't like this gate. Doesn't like that gate either. Maybe it's this gate. I don't think so though. I think it's too short. What's this one? Nope, that's way too short. It really just doesn't like any of my picks, does it? Alright. Maybe I have to have stairs first. Let's add some stairs. Sure. Does it look nice? Oh, I see. I have to add the stairs before. So they'll... Oh, maybe not. Alright, well at least I can... Nope, that's not even remotely where we want you. Why won't the stairs attach? Normally they hook right up to where you want to put them. But they're not doing that this time. There we go. Well, we figured it out at least. So there's our stairs. Aww. I'm just gonna color the sides to match. And the eyedropper tool is really useful for me because I like being able to just grab a color that I've already used quickly. This one looks like it could fit. No, none of these fit. Maybe we can use the romantic garden gate anyway. Must be placed on a shorter fence. Alright. Oh, it likes this one. Fortunately, I don't like that one. I don't think that matches. So that's the kind of gate we're looking for, though. Wow. Who knew that this was going to be so problematic? Our pick. Alright, well, we don't have to have a gate. We can just knock out these two walls and not have a gate at all. That's what we're going to do. Screw you, Sims game. Alright, so I changed the look of the house a little bit, so I kind of want to change the look of the door. Make it fit a little bit better. Fit our theme a little bit better. I'm looking for one of those double doors, well, single doors that acts like a double door, like this one did. Well, that's just a double door. Double door could work. Medieval entry. Some of the names that they've come up with for these items are really funny. Oh, that's nice. It's just a normal little door. Looks nice. Alright. So now let's get some windows in here. And again, the windows are the same thing. If you pick a taller wall, these windows will now become available because they use up more of that wall space. But I like the normal windows. Alright, let's see. So our windows in our concept picture look pretty plain. Let's see if we can't. Oh, if only this would center. No, we could do. No, don't really like that. I was thinking that I could, and I'm going to actually shorten this slightly. So it's even, because we just like doing that. Just like making things even. Maybe a bay window would look nice. On the outside here. Let's see how we feel about it. Get a couple more windows up. Let's pick these maybe tall ones with the shutters. Is that the right color? No. I do this a lot while I'm building. I put things on and I look at it and I go, no, take it off. Aren't the right color. Let's see if we can make them the right color. Not really. This is why it takes me forever to build anything, because I do this. I kind of like the rounded windows. I think it breaks up all of the squares we've got going on. And of course I put them, this one up too high, or these ones too low. Alright. Got some windows going. Yeah, I think it does look pretty inviting. It's gonna look even better once we get some furniture in here and maybe some plants that'll look really nice. We can do these sorts of like these little like super tiny half walls that are sort of like a little garden entrance, which I like. I think they make it look really cozy, and you can sort of fill it with plants. These are some new. Aw. Cute. I was hoping there would be some romantic. Whoa, that's a big tree. It's a bit big. I was hoping there'd be some romantic garden trees, but I guess not. Aw, weeping cherry. That's adorable. Maybe we'll put that in the back. But it's a little bit big for the front. Again, a little bit big for the front. That's better. I kind of like how this overhangs like that. And they actually have a bush that you can actually use to relieve your bladder or sleep underneath it, or also there's an option to woohoo in it. Okay, so they have a lot of new flowers. Oh, actually, and aw, that's so cute. Like that. Of course, we can't put it there, even though I'd like to put it there. That's nice. Apparently you can't. Oh, you can meld them a little bit. Aw. You can sort of overlap them a little bit, which makes them look like a continuous bush, which I really like. And I just kind of rotate some of them sometimes so that they look a little bit different, so everything's not completely 100% uniform. I think that makes the plants look a little bit nicer. Now that I've done that, I don't really like it. I'm going to put this a little bit closer so I don't have quite as much room to work with. Yeah, I like that a little bit better. A little bit closer to the house. And we're going to actually close it up. Oh, that's better. So because I tried to do it from the foundation to here, it tried to add the foundation to the half wall. But we don't want that, so we're just gonna sneaky do it that way. And now that we've changed our foundation, maybe we want to change our foundation trim to something with, yeah, that looks better. Something with wood to kind of match the bottom. There we go. Wow, I can't believe we're already 44 minutes into our stream. I can sit here and play with The Sims for hours, obviously, with zero problems. Nature's barbed wire. I think we're gonna make a nice little area here. Actually, what I think I might do maybe sneaky about it? No, I can't. Darn. It's okay, I might be able to put it on the back. There. That might look a little awkward. It doesn't want me to do that. Alright, that's okay. Maybe we can put something that hides it there. Like an overgrown rose bush in the back. But I think now we've made it so that it won't fit there, yeah. Where are the larger bushes? Where did they all go? Oh, we're looking at flowers, that's why. There. Not as bad. Now I'm completely rethinking whether I want this here. I don't think I do. All that time and effort wasted. I think I want to fill this with like flowers, like different flowers. Just gonna kind of put them randomly down. Those are bigger, but still good. And then hello, welcome. I am building just this really cute country not multi-family, but big family cottage. I actually think I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller, which is gonna mess up everything upstairs, but that's alright. I'm using a lot of the romantic, or trying, my intent is to use a lot of the romantic garden stuff that I picked up. I haven't had a chance to use that yet, so I just want to build like a nice family house with a really pretty garden, and yeah. Can I hear you? You should be able to hear me. Double check to make sure. There. I love how we started with windows and then I started putting down plants. I get so off topic. Can't even see where I put the other window. I think it's here. Yeah. I'm not sure why you can't hear me. I should be able to. No, don't get rid of our bush. Oh, thank you. I do it a lot. I'm by no means going to be making like YouTube tutorials. I'm not that good. But I do try. I do try to look at all the different YouTube tutorials that are out there and try to learn new tips and tricks from them. Oh, I like these flowers a lot. Aw, look at how pretty those are. Gonna be perfect for near my stairs, I think. Let's see what other cool flowers they gave us. Aw. These little yellow ones. We're gonna use these little yellow ones. If I can place it down. Actually, I'm going to go top down so I can see what I'm doing. I like those little yellow flowers. In fact, I think I want to put some of them in here. Yay! So cute. Oh, iris. I like iris. Let's put them here. Yeah. Maybe one more. Aw. So cute. I wonder if they'll fit in that space that I have here. Oh, they will. So pretty. Lupin. Oh. Okay, let's try these ones. Oh, I like the purple ones, but let's get these ones. They're like multicolored. Oh, I really like these. These should go right out front. I'm absolutely in love with this expansion because of how many awesome flowers that they've given us. Which makes perfect sense why they do it, because spring is coming. Aw, so pretty. I love these. I love these so much. Oh my god, I love those flowers so much. I'm geeking out over these flowers so badly. No, you're a bit bright for my tastes. Look at these cute little... I like how they named these red flowers and then allowed you to color them. Seems a bit silly. Oh, I'm sad I can't put them here. Let's see how it looks. Actually happy with those there. Yay! Look how cute they are. And I think what I'm gonna do is change how this is ordered, because I want my shorter plants to be in front, not in the back. I had just added it for filler, but now that I know that I can do this, I'm gonna put these taller plants in the back. That one has to stay there. That's alright. And we're gonna put these yellow plants next. Maybe even do one more. And then we're gonna move our iris to the front. Maybe even do one Oh yeah, I like how that looks much better. That's nice. I might actually be able to... No, can't do it in front of the bush. That's too bad. Maybe if we switch our orientation on our bush, we can. Nope, still won't let me. Bummer. Let's see if we can't move this guy back a little bit so we can get a nice line of flowers going there. I think these irises look really good. Hello, welcome, thank you. I'm really enjoying these new flowers and things that we've gotten from the new Romantic Garden expansion. I think they're really pretty. I'm really enjoying playing with them. I think they add a lot of depth to a garden. I do like making gardens a lot, especially like outside sort of like spaces for my Sims. And I feel like adding these new colors and these different like sized flowers can add a lot of depth to an otherwise sort of boring garden. I really like these new colors that they've given us and these new flowers that we have a chance to play around with. And I think I'm actually going to make this just a little bit bigger so I can add more flowers. And we're going to go this way with it. I'm really liking these irises. They're really pretty. Oops. Let's put 2 purple in a row. Sometimes that happens. Even if you plant perfectly. Sometimes the plants decide to do whatever they want to do. Hoping I can get some more little flowers to go right here. I'm actually thinking about maybe putting some of these down. That might help fill in. Yeah, I'm thinking that that's going to be a nice way to like edge this garden and sort of bring it to the front. And maybe I want these ones. Yeah, I definitely want these ones instead. I just like turning the flowers as I put them down, because if you put them down like this, they look a bit too uniform in my opinion. So I just like sort of giving them a little bit more depth and turning them a little bit like that. And I apologize for being all over the place as a builder. I tend to, you know, just kind of like go wherever I start building, and I'm very squirrel-like, where I'll go, ooh, what's this? Ooh, what's that? Oh, I'm gonna put things here. I had started working on the actual, like, building itself but got distracted by these really pretty flowers and just started putting them down instead. Actually, I want a different color. So yeah, I'm thinking that's shaping up to be a pretty garden. Nice area. I've never had a house this nice out front. I don't have the patience for this kind of gardening, but you know, some people do. Whoever lives here obviously does. Or they have a really good gardener. That's another option. Where's my apple blossom? Oh, actually, I could probably make this look a little bit better by squeezing them together a little bit more. Kind of eliminates that harsh line you get sometimes between them. I forgot that I could do that. This house is going to be so expensive, but it's going to be worth it. I started out making starter houses, so the cost of this house alone is probably going to make me cringe already. Yeah, $22,000, basically just simoleons, not dollars, just in garden. Oh well. Oh, I can't put it there. You can't intersect the fence. That's your job. You know what? We're gonna totally cheat. If I can remember how to. Oh yeah, there we go. You didn't see that. Nobody saw that. Nobody saw that. So cute. I'm really liking the way this one's coming out. I really like the new stuff pack. Aw, look how cute that is. That's so sweet. I'm actually going to use some of this thistle to fill in spots that are a little bit empty here. Yeah, absolutely. All of my when I finish, all of my houses usually go up on the gallery. You can find me under the name Lucitie if you're looking for how to spell it. Oh, thank you, Kerman. Yep, he put that in for me. Yeah, you can check me out on the gallery. I have a few starter houses and things like that already up. So you can find those. Well, I kind of like the way these just overlay things. I'm gonna put these in. That's nice. Definitely fill in the gaps. Not quite the way I wanted them to, but yeah. Nice. Good job, wildflowers. Oh, that's a bit big. That's a bit much. Scale it back a little bit. Maybe we can put in some of these lupins. Oh, those are cute. Aww. Look how cute those are. I'm actually gonna move this and this so I can put in another row of them. Oh, not hydrangeas. Get out of here, hydrangeas. Cute. trying to get the thistle that's in there. Yeah. Cute! I really like that. Now I think maybe some more wildflowers over here. Awesome. Liking the way that's looking. I actually like that this comes out a little bit past the fence, because whenever I attempt to make gardens, my flowers always do that. Thanks! I really like it. I got it at, well, I didn't get it. It was a birthday present. But you can get it at brookstone.com. I really like my cat ear headphones. I think we're gonna do some more irises. Just sort of frame in front. Oh, you know what? The reason that I could put those wildflowers there is probably because I turned a cheat on. I was naughty and I turned a cheat on. I'm sorry, but sometimes you just need the cheat so that you can make things look the way you want them to. I actually wish that they would let us put things where we'd like to put them without having to turn on the cheat. Because I don't see why, like I wouldn't be able to do this without the cheat on. Like, why can't my flowers intersect each other? Maybe it does something to their frame rates or causes things to mess up. I'm not quite sure. There's probably a technical reason for why we shouldn't do this. Alright, so that looks like pretty inviting, actually. I would definitely spend so much time in the garden area of this house. Looks really nice. Alright, so let's put out, actually let's make a little path. Sometimes I don't like to use the blocks. I like to actually just use this paint tool instead, because I feel like it makes it look a little bit more natural. So what kind of floor should we put in? The one thing about the spray paint tool is that once you put it down, you basically have to undo it in order to get it off, because I don't think the sledgehammer tool works. How do we feel about that? I'm not sure how we feel about that, to be honest. What other ones could we try? No, I don't think that works with our stone that we've got up there. That looks a little bit more natural. Yeah, I think we're gonna keep that. So let's give this place a mailbox. I searched everywhere for the mailboxes when I first started building. It's actually under appliances, miscellaneous. That's where trash cans and mailboxes are. I have no idea why, they just are. We're definitely gonna want this old country mailbox, I think, because I think it's the one that fits with our decor that we've got going on here. Yeah, I'll put it there. Kind of blends in a little bit. So I've actually, I've gone over the the time that I meant to stream. I meant to end at 11, and I got a little wrapped up in building my garden. So this is what you can see so far on my house. This is what I've done so far. It's basically just the garden. I didn't even do anything inside at all. But that's all right. I may do more Sims 4 streaming because I can really get lost in these builds. I can spend hours doing this. Do I know K-pop? No. No. But yeah, I can definitely lose myself really easily playing The Sims. So yeah, if you like what I'm doing here, if you like my builds, check me out on the gallery. You can find me under Lucitie. A couple of my builds that are the most downloaded are my modern mansion and my English cottage. So yeah, check those out. And I won't be streaming again until Friday, and I will be streaming at night for me, 7 to 9 Eastern. If you want to check out my streaming schedule, check out the panels below. There's one labeled streaming schedule, so you can see that. If you like my stream, go ahead and give me a follow, so that you know when I go live. I may do more Sims 4 stuff. I had a lot of fun with it. Thank you guys for tuning in, and hopefully I will see you guys again when I stream. So thanks for watching, and happy simming. Bye guys.